Hi guys, True GSP here. I'm going to be bringing you guys a CTF on firing range. Just a little competition game. Me, Bane, and Griff were playing. It's not actually going to be a commentary about the gameplay, but it is some pretty good gameplay. I did pretty well on this map, so it might be interesting to watch. But anyway, the 3 points I'm going to bring you guys today is the future of Infracting Reality, which is the team I play on. Kind of my predictions of what I think is going to go down on Raleigh, and the future of CoD and MLG. So, pretty big topics, but first off, Infracting Reality. Hopefully, looks like 90% sure that me and 3 other guys are going to be playing in Orlando. We're working hard towards it, and it looks like that's what's going to end up happening. We have 3 guys, including myself, lined up right now. We're looking for a 4th right now, but, you know, that shouldn't be too hard to find since we're actually really sure we're going to go to this. And we've got a couple people lined up that might, but we're looking for that solid 4th. So hopefully we'll be able to find that soon. Really looking forward to this. We want to get some pro points. We want to kind of get a name out there so that we can, you know, actually, help the community out a little. We want to show our support for MLG and for the CoD community itself, and actually, you know, participate in it, not just sit on the sideline and watch. So that'll be a big event for us. It'll be our first event, any of us going. So hopefully we get some pro points out of it and actually get a name for ourselves a little bit. My predictions for Raleigh. So, you know, coming out of Anaheim was a big event, went really well. You know, some big upturns there. Leverage won their second event, and what I kind of see coming out of here is really a repeat almost. You've got Fear, Optic Gaming, and Leverage who haven't changed at all. Envy's the kind of the 4th team at the top there that hasn't made any changes to their roster. But Envy hasn't really shown that they can really, you know, put it out on the table in terms of LAN play. They do really good online. Their scrims are amazing. I've played against them. They completely dominated our our pickup game. But you know, they're an amazing group of people. But they just haven't shown that they can really do it in LAN play. But we'll see. You know, that was again. They went through a huge roster change nearly every event. Stain's the only guy on there that's been there through any, you know, more than one event for them. But, you know, this will be their 2nd event going in with this roster. Hopefully they can make it happen. I'm rooting for Envy. I like them. They're great guys, and I really want to see them just, you know, lay it on the table and, you know, really dominate. But we'll see. I'd really like to see, you know, 2 Eon teams at the top. That'd be cool to watch, too. And then we'd finally get to hear what that's all about as well. But really what I see, honestly, is an Optic Gaming versus Leverage final. We'll see. There's some really good teams, you know, right in the bracket. Right off the bat here, we've got for Pool A, Leverage, Collapse, Twisted Method, and OB Pro. And for any of you guys who don't know, OB Pro is really Obey, and Obey is really BWS. So going through a little name issue there. But so Pool A pretty much goes to Leverage hands down. Pool B, we've got Optic Gaming Influence, Icons Blue, and Last Minute's a new team, same with Collapse, the other pool. But Icons Blue, that's, you know, Icons split into 2 teams. They've got their blue and the black. So Influence for Optic Gaming is pretty much going to be the make or break for that one. But you know, Optic is shown they're really a step above everybody, except for maybe Fear and Leverage, who's kind of on even playing fields there. But that'll be the most interesting game, I think, out of that matchup. Pool C, we've got Fear, Obey, who against BWS, YoungGunz, and Icons Black. You know, Obey, aka VWS, they're good. They're Crump, Fears, Nex, and then Spaz. You know, that's a new team. I really don't know what to expect from them. They might come out on top there, but I really can't see Fear losing. YoungGunz, I think, is really the only one that might upset that. YoungGunz have been doing great. They're seed 11 right now. And every event, they haven't changed their roster at all, I don't think. Not from Anaheim, at least. They have not changed. And they're a really solid team. They've just been getting better and better, so this might be their time to break through there. But right now I see Pool C going to Fear. And then Pool D is Envy, Nex-TT-hreat, Juke, and Force. So Pool D is really kind of the death pool again. And Envy seems to be thrown into these. I really, you know, Nex-TT-hreat versus Envy is going to be the big game. And see in a minute why. But really excited about that one. Juked, I don't know. Don't really know what to expect from them too much. They're kind of a new team. They dropped 2 of their players, got 2 new players in. So we'll see what happens with that. Force is basically a completely brand new team. The only member is Damo, and they got rid of Pikachu, Phobia, Mac, and Mochilla's new there. Who Mochilla was posting on Twitter that he was completely dominating teams. He went 40. He almost went. He almost hit 40 kills going against Fear. So he's showing that he can really just completely dominate in terms of slaying potential. So if they can take advantage of that, and that his team can back that up, Force could maybe make a comeback here. Anaheim did not go well for them. So this is kind of their chance to make or break, Force as a name. But really, Envy versus Nex-TT-hreat is going to be the game for that pool. And for Friday's streaming, really Friday is kind of like the best day for Call of Duty streaming, besides the final. I don't even know what's going to happen Saturday. It really doesn't matter. Friday is really just that good. So we've got the first game, 5:30 to 6:45. So this is going to be Eastern time, I believe, because it's in Raleigh. Fear versus YoungGunz. Huge game there. Again, YoungGunz was the team that I was saying might upset Fear. Leverage versus Collapse. Collapse is a new team, brand new team. They weren't there. Each one of their people were there, but for Anaheim. But the team itself was. So maybe they have what it takes. I don't know. Leverage is kind of. I mean, they've only won two titles so far for MLG, so we'll see how that one goes. And then Optic Gaming versus Influence. So really, the two powerhouses for Pool B. Influence is kind of that. They're a huge team. Maybe they have what it takes to upset Optic Gaming. I see that game going pretty well, but I do see Optic Gaming on top there. And again, from 9:15 to 10:30, this is my big game. Envy versus Nex-TT-hreat. This is really, like the highlight of the night, I think. You've got Envy, who's Seed 4, and yet they've never really been kind of above 8th place for any of these events recently. So hopefully they can make something happen here. And Nex-TT-hreat is Leverage's, brother tag, practically. So, dude, what are we going to see there? That's going to be an epic game, I think. And then the last game of the night is Leverage versus OB Pro, which is the real Obey. So that's going to be Breezy Empire episode of Triz. They're kind of the old Obey from Modern Warfare 2. I think they're going to be really strong if Modern Warfare 3 takes off, but, for Black Ops, I really don't think this is going to be that amazing of a game. Episode and Triz were not on teams before. Empire's been on teams. I think he was on Juke before, yeah. And so this could be a good game, but I just don't see Leverage really having that much of a problem. So we'll see, though. Still going to be an interesting night. 4 amazing games, and 5th, we'll see what happens. Now, my third point was MLG and the future of CoD. So, right now, Sundance has been doing a lot of interviews. They've been kind of leaking information about the future of CoD for 2012 MLG, but they haven't really released any concrete evidence. It's really been pissing me off. It's really frustrating not knowing, even what system, let alone game we're playing next year. So hopefully they release some information, because it's kind of getting time to do that. But they haven't even announced PS3 or Xbox yet. I was under the impression that Sony had bought CoD for MLG exclusivity for 2 years. And apparently that's not what actually happened. He said that isn't going down, but that's not going to happen. But he didn't say whether or not it was actually going to be on Xbox. A lot of people heard that rumor. He didn't actually say that. He said that might be what happened. So we'll see. That would be interesting. I think it would be a lot more competition on Xbox. Xbox is a much more competitive console, and there's a lot more teams there. But PlayStation's where it's been now, and that's where, honestly, I feel a little more comfortable with just the bumpers now. But, Xbox is a lot more competitive, and I really think that's where MLG should be. But we'll see. Black Ops versus Modern Warfare 3, they haven't even told us this yet. Everybody's been expecting Modern Warfare 3 to be kicked off, but we just don't know. He said he doesn't know how the LAN support is. In fact, he said apparently Infinity Ward hasn't even talked to him yet to really, figure out if they're going to be able to support MLG at all. Whereas Treyarch has been an amazing supporter of MLG, really an amazing supporter of the CoD community in general. I mean, look at the competition playlist, look at the Express playlist, all the balances they've done. They fixed the AK-74U, they fixed the FAMAS, they've done all these things. But One thing he did say was he wasn't sure if there was going to be Modern Warfare 3 or not. He said they might do another season of Black Ops. That would be really interesting, since they haven't done that since World at War, and nobody really expected them to do that. So hopefully they release some details soon, and then we'll be able to report back to you guys on it, and, heck, then we know which game to play you're ready for. But anyway, this has been True GSP. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully this has been a little insightful, and thank you guys for watching. Comment anything you guys want to see, any video suggestions or anything. I'm more than happy to do it for you guys. Thanks again.